The new season of Oak Island began with something no one expected. The team was not chasing another small clue or searching for another tiny piece of wood. This time, they came face to face with something so powerful, so strange, and so deeply hidden that everything around the dig site changed within minutes. What surfaced was not just another artifact. It was something that made the workers step back in fear, made the cameras shut down, and made unknown people rush to the island before anyone could ask a question. The team had always believed Oak Island held a secret, but what they found in Season 13 was far greater than a treasure. It was something that looked sacred, protected, and possibly dangerous. The discovery happened so suddenly that the entire team froze. The object that surfaced did not look like a normal piece of history. It looked like something that had been kept hidden for hundreds of years under layers of traps and structures. Insiders said that the moment the object came out of the ground, the atmosphere changed. Lights around the site flickered, an alarm sounded, and workers were told to step away. Within minutes, a restricted zone was set up and everyone was ordered to stop filming. The team had never seen anything like this before. Rick and Marty, who had always remained strong and calm, looked shocked and uneasy. For the first time, they understood that they might have touched a secret that powerful groups never wanted the world to see. Oak Island, a small island in Nova Scotia, has been a place of mystery for centuries. It looks normal from the outside, but under the ground lies something that many believe can rewrite history. The stories of this island began long before cameras arrived. It started when people believed that a powerful treasure was buried here hundreds of years ago. Not just gold or silver, but something so important that people created traps, tunnels, and puzzles to hide it. Many explorers have come in the past, but every time the treasure seemed close, something strange happened. Water would rush in, tunnels would collapse, or tools would break. The mystery grew, and so did people's curiosity. The center of most stories is the Money Pit. It was first found in 1795 when some young boys discovered a strange circular spot on the island. When they dug, they found wooden platforms every 10 feet, almost like the steps of a trap. But before they could reach anything important, the entire pit flooded. The water came in so fast that no one could explain it. Since then, many groups have tried to dig there. Each time they reached a new layer, something mysterious happened. It was clear that the Money Pit was built by people who wanted to hide something forever. Another major clue is Nolan's Cross, a cross-shaped arrangement of large stones. These stones are too big and too perfectly placed to be an accident. Some believe they were placed by the Knights Templar, a secret group from the past that protected important religious objects. Many items found on the island also look like they belong to ancient times. Coins, old weapons, and strange marks carved into wood and stone. These clues show that Oak Island is not just a place of treasure. It is a place where history was hidden on purpose. Season after season, the team found new clues. They had found a lead cross with markings believed to be linked to the Templars. They found strange metal pieces, pieces of swords, and wood that looked far older than expected. The deeper they dug, the clearer it became that someone had built a huge structure under the island. In Season 12, they discovered odd stones and carved wooden beams near the garden shaft. They felt they were getting close to something big. The team also found strange sounds coming from deep underground. Machines stopped working, and people felt changes in air pressure. It was unlike anything they had experienced before. The season ended on a cliffhanger, making everyone wait for what Season 13 would reveal. As soon as Season 13 began, the atmosphere shifted. From the first day, something felt different. When the team used their metal detectors, the machines behaved strangely. Sometimes they beeped loudly without reason. Other times, they stopped working completely. Gary Drayton felt that some kind of magnetic force was affecting the devices. When the team continued digging, they heard strange noises coming from beneath the ground. The sounds were so unusual that even experienced workers were scared.
Marty ordered a halt and brought in special scanning tools. But instead of clear results, the screen showed strange marks, shapes, and signals that no one could explain. In the garden shaft, one worker said he felt movement under his feet, as if something was shifting below him. Others felt the same thing. The team decided to dig deeper, believing something big was below. Gary discovered old iron pieces and stones with carved marks. These items showed that the mystery was getting closer to being solved. Then came the moment that changed everything. During one of the excavations, something shiny appeared on the camera feed. The image was blurry, but it was clear that a large object was hidden underground. Marty immediately ordered the cameras to shut off and told everyone to leave the area. This reaction shocked fans. What was so serious that even the team was not allowed to film it? But the strangest event happened shortly after.
Arrived at the dig site one morning, they saw several unknown people already there. These people did not look like regular workers. They had official documents, advanced tools, and a strict attitude. Their presence made it clear that they were there on behalf of some powerful group. When the team asked questions, the agents spoke in a formal manner and refused to explain anything. One of them stepped forward and ordered all cameras to be turned off. It was the first time anyone had openly blocked the show from recording. These agents declared that some areas of the island were restricted and that digging must stop. They did not say why. This made everything more suspicious. Rick kept trying to find answers, but no one gave him a clear reply. People began to wonder if Oak Island was hiding something connected to national security. It no longer looked like a simple treasure hunt. Something much larger was involved. After some time, the team was allowed to resume work, but the mood had changed. They focused on the garden shaft, where they believed a major clue was waiting. Gary detected a massive metal object deep underground. It seemed to be part of a structure, possibly a sealed room. The team dug carefully and found wooden beams and stone shapes that looked like parts of a passageway. When they cleared the path, they found a narrow tunnel leading to a sealed chamber. The entrance was too small for a person to enter, so they sent a small camera inside. Inside the chamber, darkness filled the screen at first. Slowly, shapes appeared. On the walls, strange symbols and carvings began to show. These markings looked similar to the ones on Nolan's cross and the lead cross found in an earlier season. Rick and Marty realized that this chamber might be linked to an ancient event, possibly involving secret groups. But the biggest shock came when the camera found a large sealed metal container. The container was unlike anything they had ever seen. It had carvings all over it and gave off an eerie feeling. Suddenly, the camera signal glitched and cut out. The team stood in silence. Soon after this, leaks began spreading on social media. People claimed that the chamber contained not only treasure, but also something more powerful. According to the leaks, the chamber held gold coins, silver items, and jewels. But the most shocking part was the sealed container. It was made of a strange metal and was covered with mysterious marks. Some experts believed these symbols were related to the Knights Templar. The leaks also claimed that when someone touched the container, the temperature around it changed and a strange sound was heard. This made everything even more dangerous.
Many people believe that the object held some kind of energy or unknown power. The leaked information triggered huge debates online. Some people said it was a religious artifact. Others said it might be an ancient weapon. A few even suggested it could be connected to aliens. As the theory spread, the show's official pages were flooded with comments. People demanded answers. Many believed the truth was being hidden on purpose. Meanwhile, new rumors suggested that the Vatican might also be involved. The Knights Templar had strong ties to the church. If the chamber really contained a powerful religious object, it made sense that the Vatican would want to protect it. There were reports that strange, unknown people were seen near the site, watching everything. Inside the team, tension grew. Normally, Rick and Marty worked together without problems. But now they disagreed. Rick wanted to continue digging no matter what. Marty believed the situation was unsafe and that going against the government could cause trouble. Some workers became scared and even left the site. Others refused to talk on camera, afraid they might say something dangerous. Then came the biggest twist of the season. One night, the entire operation was shut down. New people arrived at the site, dressed in black and carrying official papers. They ordered the team to stop digging and stop filming. When the team asked why, they were told this involved national security. No further explanation was given. The site was locked down, heavy security surrounded the area, and the team was forced to leave. After that, silence spread. No official statements were released. Fans were left confused and frustrated. Rumors kept spreading. Some said the government wanted to hide the truth. Others believed the discovery was too dangerous for the public. Whatever the case, one thing was clear. Something huge had been found, something that powerful groups did not want revealed. This left the world asking one question. What was really inside that chamber? Was it treasure? Was it a powerful artifact? Or was it something that could change everything we know about history? Season 13 ended with the biggest cliffhanger in the show's history, leaving viewers waiting for answers. And with every passing day, the mystery grows deeper. Whatever lies beneath Oak Island, it is not just gold or silver. It is something that has shaken governments, religious groups, and even the team's relationship.
Searching for it. The truth may come out someday, but for now, the mystery remains hidden under the island, waiting for the world to discover it. Even after the shutdown, the island did not return to normal. People living near Oak Island reported unusual activity. Boats that never appeared before were now circling the waters at night. Lights were seen deep inside the forested areas of the island, places where the team had never worked. Some locals said they heard loud drilling sounds late at night, even though the show's team had been removed from the site. This made many wonder who was continuing the digging and what they were trying to reach. At the same time, many fans began searching through old records, maps, and documents related to Oak Island. Some found strange connections that had never been noticed before. One old map suggested there could be several secret chambers hidden underground, not just one. Another document spoke about a forbidden object that was moved across the sea hundreds of years ago by a group of people who wanted to keep it out of the wrong hands. Many started believing that Oak Island might be the final resting place of this object. As people dug deeper into history, more clues appeared. Some ancient writings described a metal container with strange carvings that could only be opened by a chosen person. Others said the object inside the container was not just a treasure, but something that could influence entire kingdoms. The more people looked into it, the more it seemed that the object might be linked to powerful religious groups that existed long ago. Meanwhile, the team members were also deeply affected by the shutdown. Rick spent weeks studying every clue they had found so far. He believed the truth was very close and that they were not allowed to uncover it because it would reveal something too big. Marty, however, felt the opposite. He had seen the fear in the eyes of government officials. He believed the shutdown was not to block them, but to protect them from something potentially dangerous. Gary Drayton, who was usually full of excitement, became quiet. He stopped talking to the media. When someone asked him what he thought about the shutdown, he simply said he felt they had awakened something that was meant to stay buried. His serious tone shocked his fans because he was never the kind of person to be scared. Jack Begley, another important team member, started researching the symbols on the container. He found old drawings from Europe that matched the carvings seen inside the chamber. These drawings were linked to groups who believed in protecting ancient power. The drawings also showed warnings.
One of the warnings said that anyone who opened the container without understanding it could bring danger to themselves and others. Months passed, but people did not forget Oak Island. News outlets, online communities, and even some documentary filmmakers continued to talk about the mystery of the island.
And researchers continued to talk about the mysterious discovery. Some experts believed that the object inside the chamber might be connected to lost historical knowledge. They suggested it could be a scroll, a relic, or even a tool used in ancient times to perform important rituals. Others believed it might be something more scientific, such as a device created by an old civilization that was far more advanced than people today think. Many historians also mentioned that Oak Island had signs of many cultures visiting it. Some clues suggested links to the Vikings, others pointed to the Spanish explorers, and of course, the Templar connection was the strongest of all. The idea that all these different groups might have traveled to Oak Island for one purpose made the mystery even more dramatic. Soon after, something unexpected happened. A short video clip leaked online. It showed the team's camera before the signal cut off. The clip was blurry and only a few seconds long, but it showed a glimpse of the sealed container. The carvings on the surface glowed faintly, as if reflecting light from an unknown source. The clip also showed a strange shadow behind the container. People debated for days what the shadow could be. Some said it was a second object. Others said the shadow moved on its own. A few even claimed it did not look human. The clip spread fast, and thousands of people began discussing it. Theories grew wilder with each passing day. Some said the container held the lost teachings of ancient civilizations. Others believed it held a relic that had once belonged to a powerful king. Some even believed it might contain the original writings of early religious leaders. Each theory made the mystery deeper. The silence from official sources only increased curiosity. The government did not release any statement. The production company stayed quiet. Even the team members spoke very carefully when asked questions. This silence created fear, confusion, and excitement all at once. But the story did not stop there. A few months later, a new rumor began circulating. It claimed that someone who worked on the island came forward anonymously. According to this unnamed person, the sealed container was not the only thing inside the chamber. There were also long stone slabs placed along the walls. These slabs had carvings of maps, symbols, and drawings of stars. One carving looked like a large cross, similar to the cross-shaped stone formation on the island. Another carving looked like a circle with lines pointing outward, as if showing directions. This new information made historians even more curious. Some said the carvings might be instructions explaining where the container was meant to be taken. Others said they could be clues showing how to open it. A few believed the carvings showed a story from long ago, possibly explaining why the object was hidden in the first place. At the same time, more strange activities were reported around Oak Island. Locals said they heard helicopters flying over the island late at night, even though the area was supposed to be under complete lockdown. Boats with black covers were seen near the island, but no one knew who they belonged to. Some people said they saw lights deep under the water, as if something was glowing beneath the waves. These sightings made people believe that the excavation might have continued secretly. Many fans also noticed something unusual. Old episodes of the show began disappearing from certain platforms. Some episodes that showed important clues were either removed or edited. This made watchers even more suspicious. Why would old episodes be altered unless they contained information that connected to the new discovery? As the world continued to talk about Oak Island, attention shifted back to the team. Rick was determined to return and continue the search. He believed the island still held answers waiting to be revealed. Marty remained cautious, saying they needed to be prepared for anything before returning. Other team members continued their own research. Jack, for example, found new connections between the chamber symbols and ancient writings from the Middle East. These writings described a vessel of truth that was protected by those who feared it would change the world. The description was similar to the sealed container found on the island. Gary looked into the metal used in the container. He found old records of a rare type of metal used many centuries ago by only a few secret groups. The metal was said to be extremely hard and capable of lasting forever. It was also believed to react to temperature and pressure, which matched the strange behavior described in the leaks. This new information made the mystery even deeper. If the container truly came from a distant land or belonged to a powerful group, then Oak Island might have been chosen as a hiding place on purpose. It is a remote location, surrounded by water, difficult to dig, and full of natural traps. It would have been the perfect place to hide something forever. As time passed, more signs began pointing toward a theory that many people had always believed. Oak Island might not just hide one secret, but many. It could be the meeting point of several cultures, several groups, and several treasures, all hidden for different reasons. The newly discovered chamber might be only one part of a larger underground system. People began imagining huge underground tunnels leading to more chambers. Some believed the island was a massive puzzle waiting to be solved. Others said the island might even be man-made, designed carefully to protect what lay beneath it. Every new clue, every new leak, and every strange event around the island made the world wonder, believed that the story was far from over. The container, the carvings, the chamber, the government's sudden involvement, and the tension within the team all pointed to one thing. Oak Island was on the edge of revealing something that could change everything we know about history, religion, and ancient civilizations. The season may have ended, but the mystery continues, and until the truth is finally revealed, the world will keep watching, waiting, and wondering what lies buried beneath the ground of Oak Island. As more months passed, something shocking happened. A high-resolution satellite image of Oak Island leaked onto the internet. At first glance, it looked normal, just the island and its surroundings. But people with sharp eyes noticed something unusual. A large, square-shaped area near the center of the island looked recently disturbed. The soil there appeared darker, as if someone had been digging or moving heavy equipment. What made this even stranger was that this area wasn't part of any official search zone from the show. Experts who studied the image pointed out deep, straight lines under the ground, almost like tunnels leading outward from the disturbed area. Some even claimed the lines matched the ancient Templar-style underground passages seen in Europe. If true, it suggested something massive, that the chamber the team found might only be one entrance to a much larger underground network. Around the same time, a former military helicopter pilot anonymously posted a message online, saying he had flown over Oak Island during the silent lockdown period. He claimed he saw multiple trucks, heavy machinery, and men in uniforms unloading equipment near the island's center. Equipment far more advanced than anything used by the Lagina team. While this was never confirmed, the claim spread quickly, adding fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, Rick and Marty stayed quiet. Fans noticed Rick wasn't posting anything on social media. Marty gave only one short interview, where he said he could not talk about the events on the island for legal reasons. His tone was different. Not angry, not disappointed, but concerned. That small change in tone made fans believe the situation was far more serious than anyone imagined. Then another strange detail emerged. A historian studying old maps of Nova Scotia discovered a hidden marking on a centuries-old chart. The marking showed Oak Island as the final keep. No one knew what that meant, but other maps from the same era had unusual symbols drawn in the shape of stars across the region. When the symbols were connected, they formed a pattern that pointed directly to Oak Island. This discovery made researchers wonder if ancient